In 2018, the Environmental Working Group tested 28 samples of conventionally grown oat products and found glyphosate in every single one. The highest result was 2,837 parts per billion in a Quaker product, nearly 18 times EWG's health benchmark for children. Here are the 10 brands. Bran 10, Post Honey Bunches of Oats. Post Honey Bunches of Oats is made from conventionally grown oats and wheat, meaning the crops were eligible for glyphosate application as a pre-harvest desiccant. It also contains BHT, a preservative the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services lists as reasonably anticipated to be a human carcinogen. The honey and oats positioning implies a natural product. The ingredient list includes BHT and multiple added sugars, including sugar, honey, and brown sugar syrup. Bran 9, Great Value Cereal Walmart. Walmart's Great Value Store brand oat cereal was tested for glyphosate by Mamavision's independent testing program and found at 760 parts per billion. That figure is higher than EWG's results for Cheerios at 497 parts per billion and Lucky Charms at 315 parts per billion. The Walmart store brand oat cereal came in with higher glyphosate concentration than both Cheerios and Lucky Charms. Walmart does not publish glyphosate testing results for Great Value cereal, and the product carries no organic certification or third-party residue-free verification. Consumers purchasing Great Value cereal to save money on name brands are receiving a product the independent testing data suggests carries a higher pesticide load than the name brands it replaces. Brand 8, Kellogg's Corn Flakes. Kellogg's Corn Flakes was included in 2016 Food Democracy Now! And Detox Project testing that found alarming glyphosate levels across multiple cereal brands. Made from conventionally grown corn, it carries a high glycemic index and contains multiple synthetic B vitamins added back after processing removed the natural versions. The fortification pattern mirrors the enriched flour issue. The nutrient stripping is the reason synthetic vitamins appear on the label at all. Brand 7, Kellogg's Raisin Bran. Raisin Bran markets itself as a healthy breakfast option while containing 12 grams of added sugar per cup and sweetened raisins with additional sugar beyond the fruit's natural content. The 2016 Food Democracy Now! And Detox Project testing found glyphosate in Raisin Bran, reflecting its origin as a conventional wheat bran product from conventionally grown wheat where pre-harvest glyphosate application is standard practice. Brand 6, Cap'n Crunch, Quaker PepsiCo. Cap'n Crunch is made by Quaker, the same PepsiCo brand that produced the highest glyphosate result in EWG's 2018 testing. Cap'n Crunch contains red 40, yellow 5, and yellow 6 artificial colors, all of which require mandatory warning labels in the EU, stating the product may have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children. The product is marketed specifically to children. Brand 5. Kellogg's Froot Loops. Froot Loops contains red 40, blue 1, yellow 5, and yellow 6, all 4 requiring EU warning labels for children. The first ingredient is sugar. The second is enriched flour, stripped of natural nutrients and partially refortified with synthetic vitamins. 12 grams of sugar per serving in a product specifically marketed to children describes engineering around palatability rather than nutrition. Froot Loops contains no actual fruit. The fruit spelling is a deliberate variation to avoid legally implying the product contains fruit. Brand 4, Lucky Charms General Mills. EWG testing found Lucky Charms at 315 parts per billion of glyphosate. It also contains red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, and blue 1 artificial colors, all requiring EU children's warning labels. The marshmallow pieces are sugar, modified cornstarch, gelatin, and artificial colors. Lucky Charms is marketed using the phrase, "they're magically delicious," while containing both a probable human carcinogen per IARC and 4 artificial dyes that the EU requires behavioral warning labels for. General Mills has not reformulated Lucky Charms for the US market as it would be required to for European sales. Brand 3, Cheerios General Mills. The EWG tested 10 varieties of Cheerios in 2018 and found glyphosate in all of them. Standard Cheerios, 497 parts per billion. Honey Nut Cheerios, 491 parts per billion. EWG's health benchmark for children is 160 parts per billion. Both varieties came in above 3 times that benchmark. General Mills responded that the levels fell within EPA regulatory limits, which is accurate. EWG's position, shared by multiple independent toxicologists, is that the EPA oat limits were increased 300 times over 25 years based on Monsanto petitions and do not adequately protect children. Brand 2, Quaker Non-Organic Products. Quaker is a PepsiCo brand and the subject of the Environmental Working Group's most alarming individual test result. 2,837 parts per billion of glyphosate in Quaker oatmeal squares, nearly 18 times EWG's children's health benchmark. Quaker old-fashioned oats, Quaker steel-cut oats, and multiple Quaker granola products all tested above the benchmark in 2018 independent laboratory testing, with individual products testing at 415, 700, 560, and 930 parts per billion respectively. Quaker's marketing has consistently emphasized naturalness and heart health. Quaker Oats faced class action litigation, alleging its natural labeling was misleading given the documented glyphosate presence, and the company reached a settlement resolving those claims. Glyphosate is classified by the International Agency for Research on Cancer as a Group 2A probable human carcinogen, the same tier as red meat and high-temperature frying. Brand 1. Any non-organic oat or wheat cereal with no glyphosate testing. This entry applies to every conventional oat or wheat-based cereal that does not carry USDA organic certification or a glyphosate residue-free certification from the Detox Project. The EWG found glyphosate in all 28 samples of conventionally grown oat products it tested in 2018. In a separate first-round test, glyphosate was found in all but 2 of 45 conventional oat samples. The reason glyphosate appears so consistently in oat products is that it is applied directly to oat and wheat crops as a pre-harvest desiccant to speed drying of the grain before harvest. That application method places glyphosate contact on the grain itself in the days immediately before harvest, maximizing residue levels at the moment the crop is collected. There is no processing or cleaning step that removes it. The only reliable way to avoid glyphosate in cereal is USDA organic certification or glyphosate residue-free verification from an independent third party. Clean brand. Nature's Path Organic. Nature's Path is USDA certified organic, and several products carry the glyphosate residue-free certification from the Detox Project, representing independent third-party laboratory verification. Available at Whole Foods, Sprouts, Target, and most major grocery chains. Its Heritage Flakes, Flax Plus, and honeyed corn flakes provide conventional cereal formats without the conventional cereal chemical profile. Clean brand, Cascadian Farm Organic. Cascadian Farm received 100 points out of 100 from the Cornucopia Institute for its GMO policy and organic standards. Organic Authority specifically names Cascadian Farm Purely O's as a direct, clean alternative to Cheerios, made from organic whole grain oats as its first ingredient. Available at Whole Foods, Safeway, and most major grocery chains. Clean brand, Bob's Red Mill Organic Oatmeal. Bob's Red Mill Organic Oatmeal is USDA certified organic and employee-owned. Independent testing confirms Bob's Red Mill organic oat products do not carry the glyphosate residues documented in Quaker and General Mills products. No artificial colors, artificial flavors, or BHT. Widely available at Costco, Whole Foods, Target, and most major grocery chains at prices competitive with name brand conventional oatmeal. Clean brand, 1 Degree Organics. 1 Degree Organics publishes the specific farm of origin for each ingredient via a unique traceability code on every box. The glyphosate residue-free certification from the Detox Project provides independent third-party laboratory verification, available at Whole Foods, Sprouts, and natural food retailers. Clean brand, 3 Wishes grain-free cereal. 3 Wishes is a grain-free cereal made from chickpea flour, pea protein, tapioca, and coconut rather than conventional oats or wheat, which eliminates the entire class of glyphosate exposure documented in oat-based products. The product contains no artificial colors, no BHT, and no added sugar in its unsweetened variety. The protein content per serving is meaningfully higher than conventional cereal because of the legume and pea protein base. Available at Target, Whole Foods, and Amazon. For consumers wanting a conventional cereal texture without any of the oat or wheat sourcing concerns, 3 Wishes provides a category exit solution rather than a cleaner version of the same problem. Drop a comment and tell us which cereal has been in your pantry. And subscribe, because we are running the same verified lab testing standard across every major food category, so you always know what independent science found before you pour a bowl.